Okay, we're back at the donor vehicle, and what's real important is you bring helpers with you to do all the heavy work. And a lot of times your helpers will get distracted by looking at other things. So we're on our way to the donor subi this early fine Saturday morning. Make sure you close the door, you don't want the kids to fall out. What I'm trying to do is get a few items out of here. I need to get a jack, just a floor, not a floor jack, but the scissor jack, and which they don't have. Normally it's in there. I wanted a washer fluid or washer motor. It's not here, but we have these. These are prime. We're gonna remove these lamps. I want to buy these. That one's cracked though. I think I'll come back because I have one of these at home from another car that I bought. I can't remember which side it was, so we can always come back for that. We're gonna get this bench seat because it's in better condition than what we have.
Hey, Dad.
And then we're gonna get the rear view mirrors. These are always prime. We're gonna leave this 19-year-old. Okay, so what we're doing is we're stripping out this door card so we can access our donor mirror. Now, yeah, we gotta strip this out. So there's some screws hidden here. You have to take the handle off in order to get to it. Now, I'll just go ahead and take my screwdriver and pry in here. Pop those out, and there should be some Phillips head screwdrivers in there, or screws. I'll take the drill and get to those. But, now, speaking of stripped, I think it was Depeche Mode. They had a song that was like, it's called Stripped. I remember David Gaughan was singing, I think, baritone, and he was singing, yeah, like I said, baritone, and then Martin L. Gore chimes in. He starts singing, I think it's not soprano, but mezzo-soprano. So anyway, back to our business at hand. I'm going to go ahead and get our drill to remove these screws, and then that way the door card will come out. And when we get the door card out, we can access the mirror controls, and also we want to take these electric switches. Okay. So now, as I said, trying to see where those screws are. One tip when you're at a salvage yard, bring power tools with you, like battery operated stuff, so you're not wasting your time doing all this nonsensical work with the screwdriver. So let's pull the door card off. Where'd my other screwdriver go? I think this A-frame pillar cap pops right off. Go from there. Okay, so also another tip when you are at the junkyard or salvage yard, don't break anything, like break windows, break anything, because who knows, you may need to go back and get the same part, or there may be somebody else who would like to have the part, and it's really not ethical, but neighborly to, break the parts and just leave a mess. Okay, so we removed the door card, and on the back side of the door card, we have the back side of the electrics, these switches. And what you do, just use your drill and remove the back screws. And as I said, you want to bring as many, power tools with you as possible, or as feasible, into the junkyard. That way you're not wasting a lot of time and wasting your whole day off, getting these done. Okay, what we're doing is we're putting all the fasteners back that we'll use at home. You know, of course, there are probably fasteners already in the equipment at home, but it's always good that you take the fasteners with you because you never know if you may break one or lose one or whatever. So that's what we have for that. Okay, so we removed the door switch. There's one item taken care of. What that's to. And now, get this, we're gonna start removing the mirror. I don't know how, but I'll just start removing screws. And this is a power mirror, so I'm sure there's a cable that runs inside the door. So we'll just take our time removing such said item. And guess what? As simple as that. Get a shot of this, cameraman. That's one thing that I like about these cars. Japanese engineers seem to have put some thought into repair, not just putting, you know, the car together. Hey, can I get some extra hands here, please? Thank you. Hold this. And then there's something that snaps in here. Of course, being 25 years old, it was difficult to remove, but there we go. We have the driver's side rear view mirror. One other thing, we're taking the fasteners with us that came with, that we removed from the part, because really there's no reason to have the fasteners stay here with the vehicle. So I'm just going to screw these back in here and we'll be fine. It's all about workflow. Okay, so what we need now is this bench seat. It's dirty, of course, but the one that we have, it looks like somebody had a big brownout where they were sitting, so we want to replace this. So in order to remove this seat, it'll be a simple process. It's just a matter of removing 2 bolts, which are under here. Got to get the right size of socket. Just a little bit fiddly. That's the correct size right there. So I also, kind of a side note, I keep this bag in the car, the Subaru. When I drive it, it has all of the metric sizes of open end wrenches, box end wrenches, and sockets in case if you needed to do some kind of repair on the road. It's always a good idea to know what kind of sockets that your vehicle uses. And if you're handy, you can do a road repair real quick and save a lot of money in tow charges and fees. So let's go ahead and remove this. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Excuse the headshot here, but actually what I need to do is get a different one with an extension so I can reach the bolt out here instead of under here. So I have the spinny wrench, as I call them, just for quick action, so we're not here all day long. And then, there we go. Spin this out of there. There's one. Pull it out. And of course, we're going to keep the fastener, and then we'll go on that side and do the other process. And we'll repeat the process. Okay, so what we have here is a failure to communicate. No, this is what I did to remove this bench seat. So now we can use this in recipient car. This upholstery will not match the recipient car. However, the recipient car is going to be for teenagers and possibly a college vehicle that one will travel in. So this is what we're using. Okay, so what we have on our little short trip to the salvage yard today, I'd say 20 minutes we've been here. I needed this bench seat. It's a bit cleaner than the old one. And if you want to look in here, we found some electric switches and a canister for the emissions and a couple of mirrors. Even though the mirrors on the recipient car are not bad, it's always good to get the 2 mirrors because you never know what will happen. If somebody will hit them or they'll fall off, of course. But as a side note, let me show you what tools I used. I kind of went overboard with the tool situation here. I just grabbed my toolbox, just a plethora of cutters, wrenches, sockets, everything in this toolbox. So there you have it, your trip to your local salvage yard to get parts for your vehicle. And you'll save quite a bit of money doing this.